Hey there, folks. Meteorologist Matt Barron. Time getting things set up here in the Fox 10 News Now Center. Obviously, you're looking at the heat possibilities here for today, and yeah, it is going to be searing heat for us. So, turn that down so I don't bother my. All right, so yeah, we're talking about excessive heat. I mean, hey, we get hot. I mean, it's July 31st. We anticipate being quite hot at this time of year, but even for us, this is going to be uncomfortable out there today, and possibly dangerous if you're not, doing the proper precautions that we all know. So we got in this purple area heat warning, then we have a heat advisory in the orange area for some of our inland counties. So we're looking at heat index values getting up to 110 plus. Now, a lot of times people ask me, what exactly is heat index? What does that even mean? Because it's not what's on the thermometer, right? Well, heat index is temperature plus humidity and how it feels to you. And where it comes from is the fact that when we sweat, that's our body's natural cooling mechanism. And when it's really hot and then really humid on top of being really hot, our sweat doesn't evaporate well. It makes us feel even hotter. Basically, it short circuits our body's natural ability to cool itself, and that's what makes it feel so hot. Once again, heat index highs today, this afternoon, will hit 113, 114, 111. So extraordinarily hot is what it's going to be out there, oppressively hot out there here for your Saturday. And it's not just that it gets hot, it's that it stays hot. I mean, by 11 a.m., we're at 108. We stay well above that 100-degree mark throughout the afternoon and even on into the early evening with this heat index. So not only is it getting excessively hot, it stays excessively hot throughout the day, and that makes the heat even worse. This is really, if you're outside, just makes it that much harder to cool off when it stays that hot for that long. So, I mean, I know a lot of this for many of you is just common sense, but just to re-up it, maybe you've got some folks new to the area, or if you're a parent, this is just something you need to kind of always remember, not only for yourself, but for your kids as well. My boys, 8 and 10, it's almost impossible to get them to drink enough, okay? We've all got to try. If they're going to be outside today, you're at the beach, you're even at a pool where they're jumping in the water and cooling off. Well, that water is only so cool, so you definitely need to make sure that even there, you got to make sure everybody stays hydrated. So stay hydrated, take frequent breaks, and probably the biggest bit of common sense, right? Stay inside if you can during the hottest part of the day. Stay inside and enjoy some air conditioning. Temperatures right now, they are generally in the mid-80s. So here we are. What time is it? Just a little bit after 9 o'clock here this morning. Even uprays. Look at Pensacola and Destin already getting close to that 90-degree mark here before 9:30 in the morning. And factor in the heat. Our heat index value is already topping 100 degrees in spots. That's what I mean by that excessive heat just going all day long. So even now, it's getting to the point where if you're going to take the dogs for a walk or something like that, it's going to be hard to do. You don't want to walk them that long. Maybe just take a real quick short walk to make sure that you go to the bathroom, then come on back in and get back into the air conditioning. It's just going to be one of those days. Now, keeping an eye on the radar, there have been some big storms offshore. That's where they're staying, though, so no cooling rain on shore, and in fact, I think will likely be fairly dry today. Now, where is all the heat coming from? Well, it's called a heat dome. Basically, it's high pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Think of it like a big lid on top of a very hot pot, just trapping in that heat and just making things hotter and hotter. And we've got basically a big double-barreled high here across the southeast, and we're kind of right in the middle of that. And that's going to allow us to really heat on up here today. Futurecast, no cooling rain. Well, I don't want to say no cooling rain. There's about a 10% possibility. There'll be one little storm that pops up in the middle of the afternoon might have 2 rumbles of thunder in it, and then it falls apart. So we won't get much out there today. So I wouldn't anticipate many of us getting rain. There's once again, the temperatures without the heat index. So these are the actual temperatures on the thermometer that we expect today, well up into the 90s, so upper 90s there. Of course, once again, you put that humidity on top of it, that gives you the heat index values, and that's what makes things so oppressively hot and uncomfortable for us. All right. And then the beach. So like I mentioned earlier, kids out by the pool and whatnot, you can really get overheated anywhere today. You can get overheated on the beach. It's just not that cool out there. usually the beach is about 10, 15 degrees cooler because of a nice breeze off the water. It's still going to be really hot all the way down to the beaches today. So make sure plenty of sunscreen. Once again, hydrate if you're going to be out there. And the water, I mean, this is kind of the issue too. The water is just not, it's not going to cool you off very much. It's bathtub warm. I took my boys to Dauphin Island a few days ago. You get in the water, it's like, it doesn't feel all that great right now. It's just too warm. I do have some good news in a few spots though. No formation expected in the next 5 days in the tropics. So that's one good bit of news. Nothing to worry about in the tropics. But the other good bit of news takes us back to our temperatures. Today is really hot. But by tomorrow, that heat dome I was telling you about is going to begin breaking up. And yeah, we're still hot tomorrow, probably up close to the mid-90s, but we'll have some showers and storms bubbling up in the afternoon to help cool us off. And look what happens Monday and Tuesday. Rain becomes well up into that likely category. Probably not going to see a whole lot of sun Monday and Tuesday. And look at the temperatures, upper 80s for high. So, that's the trade-off at this time of year. Either you're really hot and no rain, or you have a lot of rain and you're not so hot. I think folks will take the trade-off this time around. Looks pretty good for us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And basically after that, we look to have more of a typical pattern as we go late in the week and on into next weekend. So our typical August pattern. Yeah, August does begin tomorrow, by the by. Whew, boy, folks, just do your best to stay cool out there. It is going to be extremely hot throughout the day. But like I said, it doesn't last. We start improving tomorrow. So just procrastinate. Try to put off whatever you're going to do today to another day. You don't need to mow the yard today. It can wait, I promise. Let that go for now. Get out there tomorrow morning or Monday or Tuesday if you can dodge some of the rain. But just let things go by the wayside here for today. Do your best to stay cool, stay inside as much as possible, or stay in some water if you're going to be outside. Everyone, hope you have yourselves a great Saturday, a great weekend. We will catch up with you soon. Bye now.